howdy all, me again, and moving on to the next chapter. But first we're going to do a sub-quest with Takeru. I'm going to switch Kushiro and Mimi in because, oh fuck's sake, I want the sub-quest. I'm going to switch Kushiro and Mimi in because, oh for fuck's sake, because I just feel that their Digimon need leveling just a little bit more. I mean, yeah, Mimi's only, like, Pamel's only, like, level 13, which is only, like, one level beneath the rest, but still, want to get these guys up to code, so that's the whole reason for that. So, this is one of those sub-quests that we can do. It's just basically another fetch quest. Elikmon comes up and he's like, oh, the babies have gone missing. So yeah, 3 of the babies have gone missing. So we have to find them before something bad happens to them. Because evidently the music is so creepy, it just implies that, you know, this is the worst thing that could happen. Possibly even worse than Devimon. It's a bunch of baby Digimon disappearing. Okay, I'm exaggerating. But this is one of the most simplest sub-quests you can do. It's just, there's 3 baby Digimon scattered around, you just got to find them, and that's really all there is to it. Thankfully, because we do have Taichi, Yamato, Kushiro and Mimi with us, we don't need to worry so much about Patamon not being able to stand up for itself. Okay, so the plan was not to engage in battle with some Kawagamon, but hey ho, sometimes these things happen, and the experience can never be a bad thing. I probably should do some grinding at some point, but, well, I'm pretty confident with the levels that they're at now, so I'm not too worried. We should be fine. So, I don't want to fight you. Go away. They do eventually just stop chasing you after a while, like there's some kind of invisible wall stopping them. So just take advantage of that if you can. Get the baby, get the baby. Ah, for fuck's sake. And I'm back. There's the baby. Or one of the babies. And that gets a rank up with Kushiro. I don't know how that works, but okay. We ranked up with Kushiro. I think that's one of the other reasons why I chose to put them in the party. Just to kind of make a little bit more sense, I suppose. But I don't know. Like I've said many times before, I cannot read Japanese very well. Now, I've got a rough gist of what things are here on, you know, what things here are for, but that doesn't mean that I can't, you know, that I can read Japanese. So when they say something to, you know, talk to each other, I don't know what they're saying. Anyway, I'm going to save. Because I actually did not save after the battle with Dark Leomon. I'm calling him Dark Leomon because, let's face it, he was Leomon. And he had darkness swooping all over him, so he was Dark Leomon, okay? Don't dispute my argument. Anyway, second baby's over here. And the Monochromon actually start chasing you, oh my goodness! We should be okay to get close. There we go. That's baby number 2. Punimon. And that will get you a rank up with Mimi. Yay. So run like a bitch. Run like crazy. Don't want to battle any more Digimon than what is necessary. I do wish the screen would stop flickering whenever I'm recording commentary. I'm not quite sure why it does it. Because it never used to do it. Probably won't show up in the video. I'm hoping it doesn't. Leave me alone, you losers. Right, baby number 3, down here. And I forget the name of this one. I know it begins with a Y. But this one's covered in hair and it looks more like an old... Like, if it wasn't for the fact that it was so tiny, it would look like a mini Digimon or something. I don't know if that's how you pronounce the name. That old looking guy. Look, if we found the babies, can we stop being so solemn? Where's the friggin' music? Thank you. My gut feeling is that Patamon is talking about Digivolution or... Nah. I'll take that back, it probably isn't. So, we've rescued the 3 babies, Electron's happy, and that sorts out that sub-quest. Get 2 free rank ups in the process. Right, so let's move on. Because of course we've still got the next episode to deal with, and this is the big one, people. This is the episode in which we take on Devimon and hopefully finish him off for good. Taichi obviously being the leader. I'm just going to go in with this party because it don't really matter so much just in regards to slots, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. And you'll notice there's this kind of... I can't really describe the music, but it is atmospheric, I will say that. Like, this is it. This is our time to take down this arsehole who's been threatening File Island for so long. And Leomon is with us. Oh, and these 2 have finally decided to turn up. So we've finally reunited with Sora and Joe, which is good. I think option 1 is it? I can't remember what option it was. I had to get my book out to have a look, because I've written down like what options you should go for, because as I said many times before, can't understand Japanese. Can't read Japanese, so I just had to look it up real quick, and it is option 1. So I believe there's 2 other chances that you can rank up with people in this episode, so I'll do that when I get to it. So yeah, in the last part we've managed to get Leomon back over to our side. So he's actually on our side now. And you may notice by looking at the party, he's actually in our party. He's a support character. Now, there isn't really anything wrong with Leomon per se, but there are a few downsides to having Leomon as a support character. For one thing, you have no control over what he does in battle. The moves that he uses are, you know, moves that he chooses, you know, and for fuck's sake. Yeah, be warned, I do run into a fair amount of Digimon on my journey. So as I said before, Leomon is a support character. You cannot remove him from your party. That's a downside that I do have. You can't change him out for one of your own Digimon. He has to stay in the party. And you have no control over him. What he does in battle is entirely down to what the computer AI wants to do, and has nothing to do with what you want him to do. Which is a downside, I'm sorry, but that's one of the big problems I have with this approach. I would have liked it even better if I had control over Leomon. And in all honesty, you know, for how strong he was when we were fighting him, in reality he's really not that tough when he's on our side. I don't know if that's just me. But, you know, he's got a fair bit of strength behind him, but nothing really impressive. But I think the biggest issue is, like I say, the fact that I have no control over him. So, I'm going to continue up the mountain now. Fucking Kuwagamon and Buckamon everywhere. Wanting a piece of us. Just run like crazy. I will cut out battles, so there's no worries where that's concerned. Hopefully I won't run into too many more. So keep going. Another item, SP, excellent. That was one of the biggest concerns I had, was not having enough SP in order to go into battle with Devimon. Because let's face it, like, this is the only SP item I have. If my Digimon run out of SP, then I'm buggered. I have to use the really weak attack. That's really basic and stuff. See, I was trying to work out what sort of things I should put on this, and well, this could take a while, but I will say that roughly I boosted SP and speed. Yes, it's speed, actually, not special defense like I thought it was. It's speed. And yeah, I just basically faffed around with this for a little bit, just increasing stats, and well, because I do spend quite a bit of time doing this, and I want to save room for this episode to show me fighting Devimon, hopefully, I am going to cut ahead. Okay, so I added a bunch of different things onto all of my Digimon, not so much just the Piamon, because Piamon's probably going to be used in battle, but I can't guarantee that I won't use any of the others, because I haven't, at this point I didn't really have a solid plan in mind. So I just slapped items on each and every one of them, boosting their HP, SP, things like that. Go away, Buckamon, I don't want to fight you. But yeah, like I say, I cut away from doing all that because, like I say, I really want to squeeze Devimon into this video if I can. If I can't, then I can't, but I'd like to if I can. So over here we have an item. Pretty easy to miss if you just decide to head right. But I think that's where we fought Unimon, if I remember rightly. Not that it really matters, but wow, this mountain's actually quite huge. Bearing that in mind. And I probably shouldn't complain. It's experience at the end of the day, and given that I'm going into a fight with Devimon, experience is probably a good thing, but I just can't be bothered to fight these guys. Generally, if I'm going to grind, I'll do it off screen. I'd rather not do it all on screen. So most of the items I have are mostly to do like replenishing HP rather than SP. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. I'm just kind of sifting through everything. Okay, so I was just sifting through some things. It wasn't really anything of great importance, and I don't want to fight you, Buckamon. I've already fought 2 Buckamon and a Kuwagamon. I don't need to fight any more. Right, hopefully this... Oh, for goodness sake! Ah! Didn't want to fight them. Okay, I'm going to switch Kushira out because I feel that I'm going to need Yamato real soon. So that's the plan there. Though I will say that Agumon needs healing. But, well, just in case I do accidentally run into another Digimon. There we go. Get them all healed up, ready. I don't foresee me needing to worry so much about it, but, you know, it's a precaution, that's all it is. So, continuing on up. Oh, for goodness sake. Leave me alone. I don't like you. So, well, at least that one's not going to go chasing after me. We're nearly where I want to be. This is such a long climb. Grab the item, grab the item, grab the item. Ah! Grab the item. Thank you. Right. Gran. Oy vey. We're nearly there. Once you reach this point, you kind of stop and you get a chance to talk to your teammates. Not really much to this, really. Just you can rank up with Mimi and Takeru. I believe it's option 1 both times. Yeah, and then Takeru is option 1. And we chat to Sora, but we can't rank up with her. There's nothing else around here, so chat to Sora to rank up with her. Well, can't rank up with her. What the hell am I saying? Just chat to Sora. We've already ranked up with her once. We don't need to do it again. Just make sure that my party's okay. I want to check my rankings real quick. I had to kind of work it out by math. But as I said, I want to get through this part relatively quickly, so I'm not going to dither about for too long. So I'll cut ahead. Okay, so we're roughly on target with the friendship thing. The whole relationship link thing. So that's good. I think Takeru's the highest. About 21 or something. I can't remember exactly, but that's roughly the levels they're sort of at, though. Tai Chi is the lowest, but that's probably because I kind of screwed up and went with Yamato with Joe. Well, then again, that's not really so much a screw-up so much. It should be fine. Tai Chi generally doesn't need relationship rankings, it's everyone else. Anyway, we meet up with Ogamon again, who obviously wants a rematch. Because, you know, it's about time. Considering that he was sat on his fat ass last time, or just stood around watching Leomon do all the work. So we've got to have our rematch with him. Bring it on, bitch. So yeah, this will be the first time that you get to see Leomon in action. Despite the fact that I've been battling a ton of Digimon on the way up here with him. Anyway, Ogamon still has that annoying counter ability where I think his strength or his attack goes up every time you hit him or something. That's even more annoying than Leomon's counter ability, I have to be honest. Because that could potentially be more threatening. Or he could do that. See, he's quite aggressive. So, let's take this guy out, because we need to finish him off. Wow, Leomon desperately needs healing. But Greymon is the more powerful, so I rather would prefer Garurumon to, you know, use Garurumon's turn to heal him up. So I'm gonna need the 800 HP. I mean, Leomon isn't like the most necessary Digimon to have in battle with you, but it's something. So I'm gonna heal him again, just to make sure he's up to full health. Well, near enough. And yeah, don't underestimate Ogremon, he's pretty darn powerful. I learned that the hard way from last time. He does a fair chunk of damage. But thankfully, so do we, so we're just going to have to keep being persistent. We should bring him down. And thankfully, you know, Leomon's still got that counter ability, so that'll also come in great handy. So I'm going to flame you. That's not nice. So I desperately need to heal Greymon, because he's my biggest hitter. Take this, bitch. Alright, Leomon's gonna need healing again. See, he's not that great in battle. And now Garurumon, it needs healing. This... yeah, should be fine. You've got to look at the bottom of the screen to see when Ogermon's gonna attack. So let's heal Garurumon up. Damn it! Let's go to Giga Flame. Well, I shouldn't need to heal Greymon, just go for it. And Ogermon's down. He may have powerful attacks, but let's face it, his defense isn't really all that great either. So it wasn't that hard of a fight. Great, they're up to level 15. So the next thing on my agenda would be to go and take on Devimon. Okay, so with that, I'm going to save, because I don't really want to have to fight Ogermon again. So let's head up. And as we turn the corner, there's another save point. Okay, why the hell not? I mean, I know I've only just saved, but really, why should I have to walk those extra few steps? I'm a self-entitled bitch. Anyway, we walk to the edge of the mountain, and who do we find? But the evil Devimon, who still looks really short in this game for whatever reason. I don't know if that's just me, but nonetheless. He won't be so dinky anymore. Because now he's absolutely massive. Devimon is the kind of guy who evidently thinks bigger is better. Well, whatever floats your boat, Devimon. Doesn't mean you're gonna win, though. So there are 2 battles we have to fight with Devimon, so let's get into the first one. I do like the music that plays. It's kind of got its own kind of epic feel to it. It's not like your general boss music or your general random battle music. This is somewhat different. So, first things first, let's Digivolve. And go straight in with a powerful attack. If I remember rightly, Devimon really isn't that tough. So long as your levels are pretty high enough and, you know, you've got the right Digi-chips on and, you know, you're fully healed up and everything, obviously. What the hell? Just seriously look at the amount of damage he's doing. I mean, that's even including Leomon, who's not exactly the most defensive Digimon that I've got, you know, around. The fact that Leomon has counter is going to come in handy. Though it's also worth noting that I don't know, I put a counter ability on Greymon, so that's 2 counter abilities working here. So yeah, you may look like I say, he's really not that tough. I mean, look at the pittance of damage that he's doing. He's doing barely anything. And this is Devimon. He's been hyped up as like one of the main baddies. And we're kicking his ass. Quite thoroughly, in fact. And that counter ability is just so handy. So it's just basically a case of use your most powerful moves against him, and that ought to bring him down pretty hard. And really, that attack looks like it's something powerful and like it's really going to hurt you, but really, it doesn't. Nothing Devimon's doing so far is hurting. This is a joke. I mean, I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that I've put on some, a Digi-chip that made Devimon, you know, that made my Digimon much stronger, but whatever the case, Devimon has fallen. Devimon has been beaten in the first battle that easily. Anyway, stay tuned for next time where I will finish off Devimon. And things are going to get interesting. Let's just say that.